Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I feel like lately there's been a lot of bad information, a lot of doomers, and overall just really bad content when it comes to the Anniversary Realms. And I figured I'd give you a video of what's actually going on and why the Anniversary Realms are actually a massive success compared to what all these other YouTube content creators are telling you. Now, I haven't done a discussion video in a while, so I'm going to lay out some things here. I do these all with no script, so I feel like it's more natural to have a conversation with you guys rather than just like stare at a monitor. With that being said, make sure you check out the stream. And also, I'm doing a lot of coaching this summer because I have the summer off. So please be sure, if you want to learn more about Classic Warrior, go ahead and click the link in the channel. Now, if you have been watching a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of these content creators, a lot of them have been saying, oh my God, the Anniversary Realms are dead. What do we do? Oh, WoW Classic's dead. This is dead. Everything's dead. Go play something else. You've seen a lot of people like switch over to different games on Twitch and things like that. What I want to tell you, and especially what I want to tell a lot of these new players, is that this is normal for a classic WoW. Right around the end of ZG to the AQ phase, you're going to see the population really drop off, especially if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to see it even more. Now, why I'm telling you this is because it is completely normal. This happens every classic, and I'm going to tell you why. However, this happens in 2004 Classic. This happened in Nostalaris when I played there, at Lights Hope when I played there, at Chronos when I played there. Season of Mastery was the same thing. Season of Discovery now, and now the Anniversary Realms, but more importantly, 2019 Classic. You always saw a massive drop off in AQ. So don't fall for these content creators that are saying that Blizzard is messing up on the Anniversary Realms. I even saw someone say that they should completely skip the AQ phase and just go straight to Nax. It's like these people will say anything for clicks, really. The Anniversary Realms have been a massive success for one reason and one reason only. Because of the amount of new players that are playing the game. I cannot tell you how many new players that I've met either in the open world, in my stream, in my YouTube, when I coach players on other people's streams that I've watched, on other YouTube videos that I've watched, in other guilds, and people that I've raided with on Dream Scythe and Classic Doomhowl Hardcore. Ton of new players, and that is great for the game because obviously you're going to have your classic indies, but there's still a good amount of new players that are still in the game, and that's great. And obviously we have that bunch that we just talked about that quit during AQ simply because they'd feel like it's almost a job, right? So, you know, right when you get down to this phase 5, you're opening up AQ 40 and then AQ 20. That's even more raids. So some of these players have to get world buffs and they got to raid 3, 4, 5 times a week, not including if they have alts or they're doing split runs or anything like that. The grind never stops in Classic WoW. And I feel like a lot of players, you know, dad gamers, and even some of the new players have really felt the tension or have felt just kind of the grind, and maybe they weren't expecting that. But that's okay. We're going to talk about why that's okay when it comes into the future. But right now, honestly, we should be thanking, weirdly enough, we should be thanking Blizzard, but we should also be thanking OnlyFans for the amount of new players that they have brought to the game alone off of just content creation and the way that they have promoted the game. I know a lot of people aren't really fans of OnlyFans and things like that, but they have done a lot for the game in the last 5 to 6 months as far as bringing new players in and kind of giving Classic, the Anniversary Realms, a breath of fresh air. And that's great. I would hope a lot of these veteran players kind of get a little giddy or a little happy inside when they start teaching some of these new players new things. Or I've been in raids, even in hardcore, and I've gotten whispers for like, dude, that was like one of my very first raids. And on hardcore, the adrenaline was pumping. I had so much fun. Like, thank you for leading. Like, you know, thank you for bringing me. Like, you just get this awesome feeling, or they get their very first epic, or they get their very first like really good dungeon loot, or, you know, some of the 0.5 quests that you help them with. It's just an awesome feeling to be helping new players in the game and seeing that they enjoyed it like how we enjoyed it our first time playing. So again, I feel like a lot of these people are just being doomers and saying that the Anniversary Realms are dead. And I still can't believe I saw somebody say that they should actually skip the AQ phase. Like, what are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now? Now, Obviously, the Anniversary Realms, like I've said, have been a massive success simply because of the new players. But let's talk about not now. Let's talk about that in the future. So we already know that, obviously we have MOP, but MOP aside, we have TBC coming out. And TBC is the pinnacle, the GOAT, whatever you want to call it, of WoW, right? A lot of people think that it's either between, Classic for them, TBC, Wrath. There's actually quite a few people I've met that really enjoy Legion. I've never played it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But it seems like, the top three are for a lot of people in some degree is Classic, TBC, and Wrath. I think a lot of the new players will really enjoy TBC because not only does it get rid of the world buff grind, but it also makes classes a lot more diverse. I mean, alone enhancement and LA Shaman are a lot more viable. Shadow Priest is better. Warlocks are good. Hunters are good. I feel like really the only class that kind of takes a step back from Classic to TBC is not even Fury Warrior, because if you're a pumper, you will figure out how to parse and you will be a great player, but mainly rogues. I feel like rogues are really the only class that kind of take a step back. Feral gets better. So I think a lot of the new players will only enjoy not having that world buff or that, that 3 hour raid prep time basically gone, but also the amount of different classes that you can play that actually feel like viable and important, either in the end game dungeons, heroics, or the end game itself in the raids. And so why, again, this has been a massive success alone is hoping that a lot of these players that are enjoying Classic WoW, even if they've quit already, have interest in going into TBC. I think with all of these realms funneling into TBC, obviously you'll have a PvE and a PvP, but a lot of people will get off of the hardcore. There'll still be a couple guilds, but they'll go straight funnel into TBC. And the TBC realms, to me, in my honest opinion, will have more hype this go around than it will when it came out again in 2019. Again, I'll say that again. I think the hype for TBC now will be almost 2 times bigger than it was in 2019. And that's simply because all of these new players also coming in the TBC. Now, I think a lot of people will find out that TBC is still sort of a grind, especially in the first couple phases, especially if you have ults, because then you got to grind the reps for heroics. And I feel like the heroics and the Karazhan 2-minute are a little grindy. And I think that might turn people off. I think a lot of people forget that TBC is just as grindy as Classic WoW once you get started. But overall, I think we all pretty much can confirm that TBC is a great game. And I think it's definitely more new player friendly. And it doesn't make anything really that more complicated compared to Classic WoW. So again, to me, the Anniversary Realms have been a massive success compared to what these other YouTubers and these content creators are telling you. I think overall, the Anniversary Realms have been great. The influx in new players alone is a massive success no matter what happens at this point. And I cannot wait to meet a lot more new people when it comes to the end of the game of Anniversary Realm, but also into TBC. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you another time.